everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time for our level 55 Botanist quest. Our minion for today is the Pink Bean from Fall Guys. Hello there, Muji Mirala. What do you got for us today? Muji Mirala has received word of another task from Basil. Alright, let's go find out what Basil wants then. I was hoping you'd come by. Basil has another task for you. Just so you know, I won't be accompanying you from now on. While you go about your gathering, I have a mind to do some gathering of my own, for information here in the Holy See. Having said that, I will require a report from you afterwards, so be sure to remember all the juicy details. Now off you go to Camp Cloudtop. I guess you're abandoning me now. Fine, I'll go on my own. And maybe that way you'll draw a little bit less attention. Alright, let's get moving on down to the Sea of Clouds and see what Basil has for us. Ooh, it is very foggy. Well, I suppose cloudy here up in the Sea of Clouds today. Kind of a gloomy day, but that's fine. We just need to speak with Basil. We don't necessarily need good weather for what we're doing here. But I don't exactly want to be in this gloom for too long. Alright, Basil, what do you have for us today? What is our task? My thanks for your help the other day, Satora. I'm pleased to report that the Cyclops onions are coming along nicely. Good! This time I need your help to maintain soil quality. As you know, soil gradually becomes barren with continued cultivation. In order to keep it fertile, we normally grow crops of the bean family at regular intervals. A lot of such beans as we have in Kurthus refuse to grow here. Unless we do something, I fear that soil will cease to yield crops altogether. Is there aught you can suggest? I mean, we can go ask the Botanist Guild. But of course, the Botanist Guild is a veritable treasure trove of seeds from all regions. There's bound to be something among them that will grow in these parts. I'm sorry to trouble you, Satora, but could you please travel to Gridania and consult Fafucha? If anybody knows a strain of beans to suit our needs, it will be she. Alright, let's go take care of that then. Back to Gridania. Let's see if they have the seeds we need. Alright then, Fafucha, please tell me you've got good news for me. We need beans that will grow up in the clouds. If it isn't the toast of the guild. I have read all about your recent exploits in the Raven. You've been away only a short while and already you have achieved so much. We all of us here are very proud of you. Oh, embellished? Well, I suppose that is simply the way of Muji's profession. And though her words may have been flowery, I choose to believe that they are firmly rooted in truth. In any case, all seems to be well with you, and for that I am glad. Now then, was there something you wish to talk about? Yeah, I'm looking for beans that'll grow in the Sea of Clouds. Cover crops for revitalizing soil, and those that will grow in the Sea of Clouds besides. That is a difficult order to fill. From my experience, I would say that the Shroud Vetch would be best suited. Even so, it is not entirely ideal. Nay, it must be crossed with a Highland strain to create what Basil needs. Now, rather than crossing strains haphazardly, I suggest you seek the counsel of a specialist. That is, an Ishgardian native versed in the local flora. Show to him this bundle of Shroud Vetch, and he should be able to provide with you with the name of a suitable match. As to where you might find such an individual, I dare say Muji will be the best person to ask. It is her business to know people, after all. Fair enough, let's go speak to Muji Mirala then. Alright, Muji, please tell me you know someone who would be able to help with this crossbreeding project we've adopted. Fafucha suggested that you come to me. Oh, she's a sharp one. Indeed, it's my business to know people, and I happen to know just the person you're looking for. Martineau is his name, and he's no less than the foremost herbalist in all of Ishgard. I'll arrange a meeting right away. Actually, I wonder if it's appropriate to intervene in the doings of my subject. Never mind the details. They're the bane of a good story. Something feels off about your journalistic integrity, but whatever. I'll have Martineau come and meet you in St. Raimono's Cathedral. Off you go, Satora. Then again, we are, in fact, helping Ishgard, so I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Alright, Martineau, hello, I was told I could meet you here. I wanted to talk to you about finding a match for this Shroud Vetch. You are the botanist who wished to speak with me. You certainly appear capable, as your frenetic friend led me to believe. I always enjoy the chance to engage with fellow lovers of nature, and being a researcher, I welcome the insights of gatherers like your good self. But come, I am given to understand you seek advice on the crossing strains of beans. Yeah, I was looking for something that'll match with this Shroud Vetch, but has highland hardiness. For centuries, farmers on the northern fringes of the Black Shroud, as well as the Kurthus lowlands, have planted this hardy flower in early spring as a cover crop to increase soil fertility. I had always held the Botanist Guild in the highest regard. Seeing such fine specimens serves to reaffirm that sentiment. As Mistress Fafucha has already concluded, the Shroud Vetch will not prosper in the Sea of Clouds. It must needs be crossed with another strain to bring out its resilience. I would recommend Emerald Beans, a rare strain which grows in the churning mist. For your purposes, you'll need perhaps 10 handfuls. And with that, I trust you now know what is required. Should you have further questions, do not hesitate to seek me out again. Emerald Beans, then. Where can we find you? Gathering Log, assist me. I'm not seeing it in our regular gathering, but that makes sense because that's usually from wood. Emerald Beans, here we go, in the Landlord Colony. Alright, that'll take us up about halfway between Mogholm and not Onyx Shrine, Brain, please. Zenith, goodness, how did I forget the name of Zenith? Let's just take a Chocobo Porter then. Take us right on to Asa, and from there we can get our Emerald Beans. Though they are hidden, so unfortunately we're not going to be finding them with every gathering spot we try. It may take a few attempts before we find them, so we're going to need to use our GP to get the maximum value out of them. Alright then, Emerald Beans, come to me please. I need 10 of you. Here we are, first try, very nice. Okay, so Blessed Harvest 2 would give us +2 for 500 each. So that would be, for 500 GP, so that would be about 50 GP per extra. Versus Bountiful Harvest is +1. Alright. Blessed Harvest is our best bet then. If we can get high enough stats, then Bountiful Harvest will start to be more GP effective than Blessed Harvest 2, but we're not quite there yet. Okay, we have plenty of beans. There's no way 17 is less than 10. We've got this. There's no way that wasn't enough. Oh, right, Camp Cloudtop. Let's head directly there. Alright then, Basil, I have wonderful news for you. Just cross this vetch with these beans and we should be good to go. Miss Muji tells me you managed to get Master Martineau's advice even though he's notoriously elusive. You truly are dedicated to our cause, my friend. I'm doing what I can to help. Ah, so these are Emerald Beans. If I understand correctly, the plan is to cross these with Shroud Vetch. Do you have the latter as well? I do. Marvelous. My thanks, Satora. I shall set about cross-pollinating them at once. The process will require considerable time and effort, but I'm confident that it will be worthwhile in the end. Before I forget, Ms. Muji left a message for you. She bids you come and meet her at the Aetheryte Plaza in Ishgard. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. She wanted to meet with me and hear the story, I suppose. Alright, let's just head right back to the Aetheryte Plaza. No need to save money. We've got plenty of Aetheryte tickets. Hello there, Muji Mirala. Welcome back, Satora, and good work. Not only did you help Basil solve another problem, you served as a bridge connecting the people of Gridania and Ishgard. In case you're wondering, I've already sent off the draft for the second installment in my series. It's bound to be as successful as the first, and there's not a hint of fabrication in there. Embellishments? Certainly, but no fabrication. 2 nations, 1 seed. That's the title I have in mind. Simple but powerful, even if I do say so myself. Of course, my story is secondary to all your hard work. Basil's crops are coming along well, and it's in no small part due to your efforts. For his sake, please keep it up. Alright, and as our reward, we get Luck of the Pioneer, uncovers the Gathering Node's hidden items. Extremely valuable skill. We need this. Alright, with that done, now it's time to get started on our gathering log for the day, and we've got quite a few things to gather. First off, here in the Sea of Clouds at Vorsian Soran, we've got some level 60 trees we can harvest from. And this gives us Wind Widows, Birch Branches, Birch Sap, and Cloud Mushrooms. And there's one more item we can snag from these as well, which we may be able to get by using our new Luck of the Pioneer ability. And you're just gonna give me dragon skin maps. That's not what I'm looking for, but thank you nonetheless, I suppose. Alright, let's clear it out with getting the water crystals, so at the very least the node can reset. Alright, next up is going to be you. And you're going to give us... Okay, good. Nothing. Dragon skin maps. Gosh dang it. Okay, I'll be back when I actually get what I'm looking for. There it is. Found ourselves a birch log. And that is the last thing we need from these nodes. So I will meet you in the Kurthus Western Highlands for our next nodes. Alright, our next destination takes us to Kurthus Western Highlands at between midnight and 4 AM. Or I believe also between noon and 4 PM, where we have an ephemeral gathering spot. Ephemeral spots are like legendary nodes in that they only appear at certain times of day. However, unlike legendary nodes, they do respawn in kind of like a cycle, like regular nodes do. So you can keep gathering from these repeatedly. As long as you're within the time window when they're actually available. Which is very nice. Generally, these are going to be having a lot of collectibles, is what you're going to be using ephemeral nodes for a lot, especially in late game. But for now, we've got... I'm going to skip the collectibles. We're just going to get the regular old collectibles from these. Oh! The regular gathering items. The collectibles here are reducible. Okay, those will come into play then when we get to endgame crafting for Heavensward. We'll come back to these to get the rest later for sure. Our next gathering nodes are going to be in the Kurthus Western Highlands at the base of... What are you called? The Dreaming Dragon? Yes. Near the base of the Dreaming Dragon, we can get ourselves some rue, some coriander, some white frost cotton bowl, and if we wanted, we could get a ice stalagmite as well, but that's a collectible, so I'm going to skip it because I know what that's for, and that's for something we will get to later. Alright, next up, if we head to the very southwest reaches of the Dravanian Forelands, south of Onyx Shrine, we can find these level 60 patches with coneflowers, periwinkle, And rainbow pigment if we choose to grab it, but that's a collectible, so I'm going to skip over it for now. Alright, next up. Here in the Churning Mist, just north of Mogholm and then east, we'll be able to find ourselves a new spot to gather from. Oh, you're going to be pretty high up there, aren't you? Alright, we're going to have to do some rock climbing then. Thank goodness I don't believe we're going to need flight for this one. Yeah, this is fairly easy to climb up. We're just off the path out of Mogholm too. Alright, keep climbing up, and here we are, level 60 mature trees giving us camphorwood branches. Oop. Here, let's do this. Camphorwood branches, camphorwood logs, and there we go. Alright, next up, heading just outside of Asa, halfway between Zenith and Mogholm, we've got some more botany spots around here. Let's go with this one up here. Lush vegetation patches, what do you have for me? We've got dandelions, periwinkle, and duskfall moss that we're going to be skipping because it's a collectible. And again, I know what a lot of these collectibles I'm skipping are for. We're not going to worry about them. If I'm skipping a collectible today, or at all, it's because it is for something very specific that is not turning in for script. There's like 3-ish types of collectibles you can find as a gatherer. We'll get into all the other types eventually, but for now the only ones we're gathering are the script type. Okay, next up, we're gonna need to move fast because these last 3 nodes are all timed and they all spawn at basically the same time. At 8 AM and 8 PM in Kurtha's Western Highlands, up here at Dragonspin near the entrance to the Dravanian Forelands, we've got an ephemeral node that appears. Nope, not ephemeral. Unspoiled. So it's going to be one and done. And it's going to have chisel greens for us. Alright, let's grab some chisel greens and then off to Onyx Shrine to get to the next node quickly. Okay, quickly, go, go, go. Okay, this one's going to be taking us directly south of Onyx Shrine. Not too far south, thankfully. It's just outside of Onyx Shrine, so not too far away. And this one is ephemeral and only appears at 8 AM. Looks like it does not spawn at 8 PM. So in other words, if I miss it, I'm going to have to wait a long time to see it again. Alright, ephemeral lush vegetation patch here is going to give us a lot of collectibles, but the one we're going to be going for is the black soil. Let's see, the rest of these are all reducible, so we'll definitely be coming back to them later because they are a different type of collectible that we don't need to bother with right now. And yeah, I double checked. I'm pretty sure there are 3 types of collectibles. The one we're dealing with right now are the rarefied, which you turn in for script. Okay, good news is that it didn't take very long at all, so we've got a little bit of time before the last node spawns at 10 AM or 10 PM Eorzean time, also in the Dravanian Forelands. And our last node for today appears at 10 AM or 10 PM Eorzean time in the Dravanian Forelands. It's time for our rarefied collectible for the day. There it is. I knew it was going to be this tree. It's always this exact tree. And this is where we got some other collectibles as well. Alright, let's go ahead and grab ourselves a rarefied dark chestnut branch. Did I grab one already? Because this marked is already done. Oh well, let's go ahead and grab it again. Get you up to max collectability. And dang it, not enough GP to get an extra gathering spot, or a gathering attempt. Oh well. Wait. I had a thought. I don't know if it... dang it. I was going to back out entirely, use a Corgile, and then go back in, but no, they thought of that. They're not going to let me do that. Alright, well, at least we got 4 of the collectible at max collectability. Let's get back to more Donut, turn it in, and that'll be it for the day. Alright then, hello there collectible appraiser. I've got some branches for you. Some rarefied dark chestnut branches. At 20 scrip each, that's going to give us another 4 high Corgiles if I spend it on that. I'll decide on my own time what I'm going to spend it on. Probably the high Corgiles, but maybe I'll save it. Alright then, with that, next time on Final Fantasy XIV, it is time for some fishing. I will see everyone next time for that.